So, I don't know exactly how this is going to go. I'll be honest with you. It's one of the situations where it's like you add a receiver to a team that really isn't good right now and struggling greatly and just bench Bryce Young. And you try to figure out how it's going to work out, right? I don't know if Steve Smith-Senior can be that guy that can really take over and, fix the problem that is happening with the Carolina Panthers. Again, they're really in this kind of middle ground where I really wouldn't say that they're a awful team. I wouldn't say that they're a great team. Okay, that's what I'll say, right? So, again, I don't know how it's going to go, but we're just going to kind of wing it and go with it and see how this works. Now, the idea is start Bryce Young or start Andy Dalton. In real life, they're now starting Andy Dalton, and Bryce Young has been benched. He might never play on a snap for the Carolina Panthers. So I'm starting this season off with a red rifle. I am a Bengals fan, so, I've seen him very much in different games. So I'm just going to start this off and see how good Andy Dalton does. I know how what's his name? Bryce Young does in franchises, so there isn't really much better, okay? Bryce Young sucks bad in franchise mode. He is awful simulation-wise. So starting off the season 1-3 is not really a positive note. Okay, 2-3. Let's go, Red Rifle. Let's try to turn this season around. Okay, you beat the Atlanta Falcons. Okay, now you play the Commanders. Apparently the Red Rifle's getting it done. Oh my lordy. We're about to be a good playoff, a good team. We are 5-3 right now. And all we had to do was bench Bryce Young. Now, I'm sure the Panthers in real life are really hoping that this is the same scenario that happens. Well, I guess not losing 2 games before your bye week, because now we're currently 5-5. And we play 3 very tough games in a row. All right, just when I say something positive. Oh, we beat the Bucks. Okay, so that was a positive note. We lose to the Eagles. We play the 13-0 Cowboys. Come on. You know it. Usually the Cowboys have like one team they lose to every year that's like not really that good, and they lose to them and they choke against them. I was hoping we were that team. We were in fact not that team. All right, so we got to play the 6-10 Falcons here. And in theory, this would put us in the playoffs. So we made the playoffs by winning the NFC South with a 9-8 record. All it took was us. How did they go 17-0? Bro, what in Madden tarnations? I have never seen a team go 17-0 in Madden. That's a lie. I've seen it a couple times, but not usually. Never usually happens. The fact they went 17-0 is 1 in a billion type scenario. But okay, let's just Red Rifle it up. 29 touchdowns, 20 interceptions, 3,700 yards. Okay. 828 yards for Jonathan Brooks. Andy Dalton, 251 yards and 2 touchdowns. Let's go, Red Rifle. 1,392 yards and 14 touchdowns for Steve Smith-Senior. To be honest, that is actually kind of what I expected. Him to lead the team and honestly take charge of this team. And it looks like with a veteran quarterback at helm and a really good, wide receiver, you can at least be somewhat serviceable. You can at least be somewhat serviceable here. And by serviceable, I mean you did it, but you barely did it. And that's all that matters. So, yeah. It's that final streak they went on, the winning streak there. This streak really helped them out. The 4-game winning streak here really helped them out. But this is back when they were actually, like, being good in the season. And then it kind of all collapsed and went the heck after that. But that's beside the point. So now we play the Seattle Seahawks, who are 12-5. And being gifted a playoff spot because the division sucks so bad doesn't mean crap when you get to the playoffs, because then you actually have to play teams that are, in the playoffs because they're good, not because their division is absolutely dog water. Who's in the Super Bowl? Ravens, 49ers. Please tell me one thing. Did the Cowboys lose in the divisional? They lost to Philly in the divisional. This might be the most beautiful thing in the world. The Cowboys went 17-1. The Cowboys went 17-1. They went 17-0 in the season, and they lost the first playoff game. That would be the funniest crap in life. There is nothing funnier than that happening. Than the Cowboys literally going 17-1. You go all the way to 17-0 and you lose in the first playoff game. And the amount of memes, the amount of just absolute trashing on that team that would happen because of it would make that the best thing in life. There's nothing more I want in my life than see the Cowboys go one and done after going 17-0. I don't even care what else happens. Anything else could happen. It don't matter. Like, you know, that right there is a hilarious factor. 17-0 to 17-1. Yeah, the Cowboys, I mean, at that point, if you're a Cowboys fan, you just gotta quit. Just stop being a Cowboys fan. Like, bro, if you go 17-1 and the memes of the one and done in the playoffs, you know, the January football is too much for Jerry Jones memes, at that point, bro, just quit. But yeah, so at least we got to the playoffs with Steve Smith-Senior. This is a lot farther than the Panthers will be making it this season so far, as they are 0-2, and I'm not expecting the Red Rifle like he did in this franchise to turn that around and make them automatically, even a 9-8 team. I think 9-8 is like very, very generous to even talk about, and I still think that's an outrageous record to even talk about. Like, that's an outrageous thing. And by the way, Cowboys, this is what you're supposed to do when you get number 1 seed. You're supposed to get to the divisional, the championship, and then the Super Bowl. So that's what you're supposed to do. The one and done, you're not supposed to do that. And you lost to the Eagles. Can you imagine? Eagles fans are already insufferable, but just imagine they go to Dallas as the 6th seed, right? And they beat them in Jerry's World. Cowboys fans couldn't, like, there would literally be Eagles fans jumping on the field and just celebrating and doing like cartwheels on the field. Like, you would have an absolute crazy thing going on the field that happened. But tell me down below your thoughts, opinions. I'll see you guys next one. Peace.